For weeks, the whispers around Liverpool's interest in Marc Guehi have felt like little more than background noise, speculative chatter with no real substance. But that may be about to change in a very big way. After a long period of uncertainty, a significant development has now emerged, one that could completely reshape the narrative. Suddenly, what once felt like distant rumor is starting to look a lot more like reality. This is the breakthrough Reds fans have been waiting for. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Hugo Ekitike has arrived in London to begin his medical ahead of a proposed move to Liverpool worth up to £79 million. Liverpool agreed a deal with Eintracht Frankfurt on Monday worth an initial £69 million, rising to £79 million with various bonuses based on individual and team success. It came after days of negotiations over a move for the France Youth International as the club bolster their attack in preparation for a number of exits. Ekitike's transfer was not completed in time to join the squad for their flight to Hong Kong, but the 23-year-old is due to join them in Asia later this week. He will first undergo a medical, with Ekitike arriving in London on Tuesday morning to begin checks. Provided he passes his medical, with no hiccups expected, he will then sign a 6-year contract and become Liverpool's 7th signing of the summer so far. Reports in Germany have claimed Ekitike will earn £250,000 a week, but that is highly unlikely as that would make him one of the club's highest earning players. Instead, a salary of around half that is more believable, as that is the entry-level pay for a player of his age and profile, with examples including Dominik Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister and Cody Gakpo. Ekitike will also pose for photos in last season's kit and conduct an interview with in-house media before flying out to Hong Kong. His imminent switch to Anfield should then be followed by the departure of Darwin Núñez, who has suitors in Saudi Arabia, while Luis Diaz has communicated his desire to leave after a bid from Bayern Munich. Truly, Gakpo and Mohamed Salah can be considered the only untouchables currently in Arne Slot's attacking ranks, which highlights the need for reinforcements. Ekitike will be the third most expensive player in Liverpool's history if all performance targets are met, behind only club record signing Florian Wirtz's £116 million and previous holder Núñez £85 million. That record could yet be broken again this summer, with interest remaining in Newcastle centre-forward Alexander Isak, seemingly separate to the move for Frankfurt's number 11. Now, in a huge Marc Guehi breakthrough, Liverpool are still viewed as favourites to sign Crystal Palace centre-back Marc Guehi this summer, with the London club looking to cash in on their captain. Speculation around Guehi has cooled in recent weeks, but Liverpool are still looking to sign a new centre-back and remain the favourites to land the England international. That is according to the Telegraph's Matt Law, despite revealing that Spurs retain an interest following their failed bid in January. Law writes that Spurs have not yet ruled out making another offer of their own to rival Liverpool's advances, but that is not certain at this stage. Liverpool have clearly laid the groundwork for a move, but much depends on Crystal Palace's valuation of a player who has entered the final year of his contract. However, the FA Cup winners were most recently claimed to be seeking a fee of £65 million, which would no doubt be deemed unrealistic by their Community Shield opponents. It has been mooted that Palace would eventually agree a deal in the region of £40 million, and their desire to cash in this summer would surely aid that. Speaking to Sky Sports this week, The Athletic's David Ornstein explained, "We know Liverpool are keen on him at the right price. I think Palace would be looking to cash in rather than face losing him for free next summer. But he's got the power in his hands. He's very happy at Crystal Palace by the sounds of it, and I don't think he'd be afraid to go to the end of his deal. It doesn't seem like a new contract is on the agenda, and I think Marc Guehi, with total respect to Crystal Palace, is going to be playing at the very top in Champions League football, whether it's sooner or later. You suspect this is going to be one of the stories of the upcoming weeks of the transfer window. Liverpool may wish to seek clarity on the situation around Ibrahima Konate before deciding their next move, but there is space for Guehi in the squad regardless. Having already sold Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen for £35 million, there remain only 3 senior centre-backs in Arne Slot's ranks in Konate, Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez. In other news, Alexander Isak has been left unsettled by the transfer talks surrounding him this summer, with Liverpool having been at the centre of a bid to lure him away from Newcastle. Throughout the summer so far, Newcastle's hard line has been that their talisman is not for sale at any price, with Isak described as not one to force a move away. The Telegraph's Luke Edwards, who has strong contacts at Newcastle, has been among many to consistently downplay and dismiss any notion of Isak leaving this summer. On Monday, a day when Liverpool agreed a deal worth up to £79 million for their former striker target Hugo Ekitike, Edwards' report painted a different picture. Isak was described as having been unsettled by Liverpool and others attempting to sign him this summer as Newcastle struggle to sign players to bolster their squad. The Magpies have been eager to sign the Swede to a new lucrative contract, but shifts in the club's hierarchy saw it placed on the back burner, leading his agents to feel insulted. According to Saudi Arabian outlet Ariadia, Isak's agent, Gonzalo Gaitan, explained that they are analysing all options and that they may be close to finalising the next step. Saudi side Al Hilal are credited with interest, but BBC Sport reporter Sami Mokbel has stated that despite the Reds landing Ekitike, Isak could still be considered. Even if their decision to focus on Ekitike comes to fruition, you can expect Liverpool's interest in Isak to remain, Mokbel explained in a report over the weekend. If Liverpool were to see Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz depart, signing another striker would not be out of consideration, but it could also be that the club park interest in Isak until next summer. The club had signalled to Newcastle that they were willing to pay £120 million for the 25-year-old, who was left out of his side's friendly due to the speculation over his future. The Independent also report that a feeling is growing that Isak's head has been turned, and that there is not the same confidence he would not agitate to leave. Whether Liverpool do maintain interest or remain in the picture for Isak's signature is uncertain. But Newcastle find themselves precariously placed with question marks over their key forward and missing out on top targets. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.